Kia ora team, this is Carl Conliffe, just analysing Grayson's Yorgos kicking the football. First we'll just go through it at normal speed. Yep, well done Grayson, it's a really good kick. We'll look at each individual phase, starting off with the preparation phase. Oh, drew a little line there for some reason. So he first takes it 3 steps towards the ball, and notice that his last step is the biggest, so he leaps forward, giving him maximum power and putting all his momentum into it. He also raises his left arm in preparation. Next up is the action phase. He brings his right foot through, bends at the knees and starts bringing his left hand down. This all helps with the power. Going into the ball, there's just his arm there. Learn how to use circles. And the bent knees is just a preference of young Yorgos. Different players have their own techniques, that's alright. Next up is his follow through phase. Oh, that's backwards. Notice how after he kicks the ball, he continues to swing his legs through and goes off the ground. That's just to stop any injuries, no sudden stops or anything like that. And he brings his arms down for balance. Lands stable on his kicking foot, right there. And yeah, that's the end of it. Notice how when he comes down, his foot actually lands on an impossible angle.
I'll just
that doesn't quite seem right to me, but you know, preferences once more. That foot is definitely not straight. Great body symmetry though. Well done, Grayson.
Here we have Callum doing a rugby pass. Here is the throw at normal speed.
Ow.
Now we will analyse each individual phase. So, the preparation phase begins around here with begins with the stepping of the foot outwards, wide base of balance. The back arm pulling back to a right angle and head facing forwards, looking at the target. Also the toes facing directly where he is aiming, and a wide base for more balance. Now to the action phase, begins about there, and with Callum, the ball moving through the centre, smooth movement, head staying steady at all times, so good, that helps with aim. The weight transfer going to the front foot, increasing the power, slightly bent knees, and release at the maximum point, as you'll see, around there, before he starts losing power, and spins the ball for increased accuracy and speed. Alright, for the follow-through phase, which begins just as he lets the ball go, he stays balanced, good line through the centre, constantly, good shift of the weight, and his head staying still. The arms, hands and fingers follow through and stay outstretched. His body swings around at his hips for less likelihood of injury. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Well done, Callum.
You want to start with having your feet about the width of the base and being slightly behind the base. Here you can see Mitchell is just behind the base. The next thing is you want to get your grip right, so you move along. Here you can see his hands are both touching and at the bottom of the bat. This is called long handle grip. There's also short handle, which is when your hands are touching but they're a bit higher up on the bat. You want to be side on to the base, so Mitchell's next to the base and he's going to hit the ball this way. So you want to have the bat just above your shoulder level. And when you go through the motion, you'll see Mitchell transfers his weight from his back foot here, he pushes onto his front foot, and that's where the weight transfer occurs. He begins the movement with his feet, transfers it up. He begins the movement with his feet, transfers it up to his... transfers up to his hips and then onto his arms. That's the action phase, and when he's hitting the ball, he wants to try and hit through the ball and just keep hitting as hard as he can. That causes the back swing here, and the reason for it going back is so there's no deceleration of the ball, and it improves the power and accuracy. The bat finishes on the other side of his shoulder, so there's a full motion here. You can see it goes from here all the way around. It finishes back there. You can see his feet now have changed from the beginning when they were the opposite way. See, it's up there and down there. What else is there? This is a basic hit in softball, and Mitchell executed it perfectly.
Preparation phase. So you can see that she has her hands in a cupping formation ready to extend and hit the ball. You can also see that she has her legs spread and her knees bent. Action phase. The participant has her knees flexed for a low centre of gravity. She is pivoted forward with her hips. The participant is also heavily concentrated on the target. Follow through. As you can see, the participant follows through with their arm extension while stepping forward to balance herself.
She did first try.